comes from Dexerto.
Hey.
It's a general question for everybody. Did that series kind of go towards your expectations in terms of your performance, DRX's performance, compositions, and map picks?
They got lucky. Obviously not. We
No.
lost. We showed really bad performance on attacking sides, and I feel a big responsibility for it. So obviously it didn't go as we expected. Map Vito was comfortable. We knew these maps were gonna be played. The fact they changed comp on Icebox also didn't surprise us too much because we played already twice this tournament against this comp. So no, nothing like expected, I would say, in terms of result only.
Thank you. We'll go next to Brandon from Run It Back.
Thank you. This kind of follows up on what Angel just said. We'll send it to Doom Bros. Clearly, the attacking side wasn't in your favor. Both of the maps basically came down to them handling things on their defense. What did you see, from their defensive halves that kind of put them, ahead of you guys to take those rounds at the end?
No, I just think we made a lot of mistakes, both in after plans, basic teamwork, like talking with each other, refrags, like all the fundamentals that make a team good in those situations. Unfortunately for us, today wasn't there in some situations. But honestly, they played almost the same. Like, I know how their defense works. It's just up to us to execute the plan a bit better and play better together. And today they played better together as a team, so they deserve it.
Thank you. This next question is from Armando Montes from Prensa Esports. Sorry for the loss. My question is to anyone who wants to answer. After this hard year in resume, you got a master's and a top 4 in champions. What is the knowledge you take after this year? What is the feedback you got?
Like, the most important information we get is we are a real contender in any tournament we attend. We won EMEA qualification for Reykjavik. Unfortunately, couldn't go. We won at Copenhagen. We placed top 4 champions. That was a goal for us for this year, to prove ourselves and everyone else that we are ready to compete on the highest level. Everything else is like details, which was sometimes not in our favor.
Thank you. This next one is an FPX favorite. We'll go to Sons of
Chaos.
Sons of Chaos.
Oh,
God bless.
Hey guys. Sorry for your loss. And my question has already been questioned, but I have another one. And this is the road was so long and difficult. What can you expect from the team in the next year, and what message do they have to the fans around the world?
what was the first part about?
What to expect from us next year, I think. Yeah,
And
if
the road.
you have to generalize it.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess the road, this road this year for us, honestly, has been really tough. I don't think any other team has dealt with so much as we had. But what I take away is, like, even if some things happen out of our control and we have a tough time, we always manage to pull through, and we manage to perform even under the biggest pressure, right? Like the replay, or us not being able to go and having to play with subs, or before this tournament having a downtime of like 2.5 weeks because of obviously some world events. So what I take away is we're a hecking really good team, even when we have things that goes against us. So for the next year, I expect us to have more stability and be even stronger. Yeah, and that's it.
Thank you. We'll go next to Ian St. Lawrence.
Hi, this is for Suigetsu and anyone else who wants to answer. Doombros just alluded to it. You guys have had a really tough year. Suigetsu specifically, getting to some of these tournaments, it's been difficult. I was curious, how has it been working with FPX, the organization, the support they've given you, any shout outs to specific members you might have?
With PX, they were supporting us to move to Serbia to do some things. If to do possible, how to say?
For it to be possible.
Yeah, for it to be possible to move in Serbia to participate on tournaments, and so yeah. What was it?
That's it.
Any shout outs, I guess. Oh,
Shout out to Leo and Wesley
Yeah.
Yeah.
for helping us. Sorry for
Thank you. We'll go next to Pedro from blix.gg. Pedro, are you there? Can you unmute your mic?
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Right. Likewise, commiserations on the series loss. In comparison to how EMEA performed in last year, they had a very good showing with 3 teams making the semifinals. It's a massive difference compared to now, in which the highest placement that the region has accomplished is 4th place. And so my question, which goes to Artis, what do you think went wrong for EMEA in this tournament? And what must the region do in order to return to being the best team or the best region in Valorant for next year?
I think other teams just got stronger. I think looking like LATAM region, they got bigger, better. DRX got better. Like all these teams just kept improving, and I feel like EMEA is kind of like stagnated, like just stayed at the same level. I think teams like Fnatic and Liquid have always been good. But I don't know, I just don't, you never think that they'll win the event, which is the problem. So I think that's just, I don't know what, I guess, I don't know what the improvement really is, but I think we've just stagnated as a region. I just felt like we haven't really improved that much. And other regions have just went leaps and bounds and just got better and better. Hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you. I think that is it. We have one more from the remote media. Ian, go ahead.
This is for Angel and Doom Bros. Obviously, at Masters, you guys had an insane schedule of playing every day, not getting a lot of sleep. Did you feel like in that schedule there was like no time to worry about things, and that ended up with you guys performing better, or do you guys prefer like it was a little bit easier, not a ton easier? For this tournament, and other teams just played better. Do you like look back at Masters and go, wow, that kind of pressure almost made us perform better, or is that totally false?
I don't think we hold pressure at any point of this tournament or previous tournament. Like this tournament result is more about the preparation time. I think we didn't have the proper preparation because of like a lot of things happening around, and we came with not the best Pearl, like with not the best map pool in general. Yeah, we didn't practice like top teams in Europe. We didn't practice each other like with Liquid and Fnatic, so all of our Pearls wasn't good enough to compete with an A. And then we had to switch up the map phytos during the tournament, adapt to what's happening on the tournament, and it ended up with us being prepared worse than the teams in top 4, I guess. I would say this is the reason, but I wouldn't say like pressure changes the way we play, because I have no idea how to play without pressure. Like it was whole year, so you don't feel it anymore.
yeah. All I'm gonna say is more time good, less time bad. So that's it.
Thank you. I think that is all the questions from the remote media. We'll now go to the in-house media. Would anyone like to ask a question?
Hello guys, Aykut from Upcomer. You guys had a fantastic run at Champions. How would you summarize your experience in Volkswagen Arena in Istanbul?
I mean, for me, but maybe it's different for a player. So someone of you should also answer. You
It was great.
Yeah.
Like no jokes, it was great. We came up, all the venue was supporting us. The feeling was insane, and even twice more sad that we couldn't show the real picks on this game when everyone was cheering for us.
I was so happy when they cheered for both DRX and FPX.
That was actually very good.
Normally you have like one or the other, like the whole crowd either loves one team or hates the other. So it's nice to get like a little bit of rivalry as well. And as well, Riot have just put up a great event. Like this whole event has been unbelievable. Like from the hotel to everything, to travel, like everything's just been unbelievable, this event.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
Thank you. Declan, did you have a question?
One yellow card gone.
Just wanted to ask Sugetsu about the Viper roll on Icebox. Was that like a bug? Were you suppressed or something? And did you kind of bring it up with any of the admins and refs afterward?
When I ulted, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just let it like it should be. It's like usually for me, you know, I'm playing ranked, I'm putting this ulti, it's bug, okay, happens. So no, I didn't communicate with admins. I just don't care.
I thought if they see a bug, we replay. I don't know.
Yellow cards back age or the yellow cards.
Thank you.
Thanks. Any other questions from?
Hello, Aaron Down from the Loadout here. My question is for Sugetsu. This is the first time that we've seen a Viper on Haven in quite some time, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's the first time that you've played it in an official. I'd just love to get your thoughts on the pick and obviously, you know, sort of where it fits into the composition that you were trying to play.
I mean, it's not first time. I was playing Viper even 2021 in another team. We were also practicing with Viper, so I had some experience, but not an official. An official, like it's like felt different. On city side, it was good. On attack side, some I don't know what happened. Unlucky for us, I think. Basically, it's fine. Maybe it's future.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. Are there any other questions for FPX? Mikhail?
Yeah, Mikhail Klementov, Washington Post. Angel, I've got a question for you, and it's a bit sensitive. Totally understand if you don't want to answer. Somebody on the desk mentioned earlier that FPX had gone through a lot this year, probably more than any other team. I imagine that one of those things has to be the invasion of Ukraine. I'm curious, as your competitive year ends, and you're looking at a couple more months when the schedule's a bit more open, are you heading home? How do you feel about the kind of ongoing conflict now that your calendar's a bit more open and kind of you're left to your own devices?
I know for sure Ukraine gonna win. Like there is no other options because we're fighting for our freedom. For us, just staying as a country, staying alive, and Russia is just trying to accomplish some imaginary goals which no one understands. And like for myself, I'm very thankful for people of Ukraine, for everyone who supports us. I want everyone to remember that Ukraine still needs your support, even like normal people who reminds your governments, you know. And if we talked about it, I don't want anyone to be bored about it because people are dying right now. It's not a joke. And I'm very thankful for everyone who makes, for example, me being able to compete on the highest stage to remind what's happening in Ukraine, and I'm sure Russia have no chances. No problem.
Thank you. Are there any other questions for FPX?
Hi, Bo here. I just wanted to have one question for artists. What is your thoughts about the 9-3 curse?
I guess it exists. By 9-3. I think 9-3 is just a scoreline where you just get a bit comfortable. Like you start thinking, oh, it's, you know, it's 9-3. And I guess sometimes like some teams just, I don't think it's like a real thing, but some people might just get it too ahead of themselves, where maybe that's the reason, I don't know, but looks like it's a real thing, to be honest. So yeah, next time I think we're going to throw just so we only get 8-4 or 10-2. So
I agree. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are there any more questions? FPX, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. Good luck next year.
Thank you. God bless. See you in Brazil.